Bitcoin Jesus, it does seem like Bitcoin has fallen from grace. Are you still holding on to Bitcoin? Do you still own Bitcoin?
If you only look at the last couple of months, then maybe you could say that. But if you look at it over the last year, it's up several 100%. And I suspect most of the different hedge funds and things that are being discussed here at the event aren't up several 100% over the last year. So.
20,000 to 6,000 right now. That's a huge decline. Shouldn't investors be concerned?
It's up about 300% from a year ago. So investors that have held for more than a year should be absolutely ecstatic.
The volatility is not helping, though.
The volatility is half the fun of the ride. So it's an exciting, brand new technology, new to the world. The market cap is still relatively small, so things are just getting started. But today I'm more bullish about Bitcoin Cash than I have been about Bitcoin Core before it split to the two, because it's actually getting adoption all around the world. More and more merchants are accepting it. It's easier to use. There's a Bitcoin faucet now at free.bitcoin.com. Anyone, anywhere in the world can get 10 cents worth of Bitcoin Cash just like that, just by going there. It's amazing. So this is powerful technology, and if you can see that it's useful in commerce, the long run trend is for the price to go up. And yeah, there's a lot of volatility from day to day, but the long run trend is going to continue to be up in regards to Bitcoin Cash because it's useful in commerce.
Before we talk about Bitcoin Cash, do you still own Bitcoin? Are you still paying with Bitcoin? Because you were doing that not too long ago.
Yeah, so I used to do that. Like any smart investor, I don't put all of my eggs in one basket, so I still do own some Bitcoin Core, but the vast majority I've converted into Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash most closely resembles the economic formula that led Bitcoin to become this worldwide phenomenon that it is today, so that you can use it to buy your airline flights and your hotel rooms and all sorts of things online. Bitcoin Cash has all those characteristics. Bitcoin Core no longer does. So that's why I'm incredibly bullish on Bitcoin Cash, not on Bitcoin Core.
Okay, so Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are finding it hard to gain traction. It's about scalability. That is not happening yet. When do you see that happening? What would it take?
To gain traction? I think they are gaining traction.
Scalability. That's the reason why Bitcoin, you lost, fell out of love with Bitcoin because of scalability.
I think anybody that's paying attention still loves and appreciates my work, and anybody that's been around in Bitcoin from the early days still does. And if you look at it, there was one single Bitcoin last year, and there were two different ideological camps. One camp believed that Bitcoin couldn't scale on chain for the entire world to use as money. The other camp believed that it could. And it turns out that they're both right. Bitcoin Core can't scale on chain to be money for the entire world. Bitcoin Cash can. And so it's a mental problem within the heads of the people that believe Bitcoin Core can't scale to be the entire world. And the Bitcoin Cash people have the right attitude. And almost everybody that's involved in Bitcoin Cash are the same people like myself that were involved in Bitcoin from the earliest days.
Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is set to fork in May. How do you feel about that?
It's great. So people say fork this and fork that. It's just a scary sounding name for a software upgrade. Everybody likes to have their software upgraded because you get more features and can do more things. That's what's about to happen to Bitcoin Cash. So it's going to become even more useful than it is today.
But what do you say to people who say that?
So it's interesting because obviously if you have been following cryptocurrency, there's kind of like this Biggie and Pac. Well, I don't know, because like I said, I don't want to use that analogy because Bitcoin Cash, I can't. It's a long story, and I don't want to start the debate, but please pay attention to this because it is very interesting to watch both of these coins, and I thought it was good to share this interview. And by the way, I did get comments that people were complaining I was doing too much CNBC, and what's funny is I'm probably going to stay away from covering them, or I have to do much smaller clips with CNBC because my channel actually got flagged for a bunch of the videos. So if you have been following this channel, a lot of my CNBC videos have been taken down because all of a sudden now they have like copyright issues or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, so I will be using other news sources because for whatever reason the other news sources don't care, but especially the Fast Money, which has been the most popular if you want to look at the views to my channel. But this debate between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, I don't want to start like a huge fight over it, but the one thing in this interview where I want everyone to kind of pay attention to is he believes in diversification. Even though this guy's the founder and obviously has probably a larger financial interest in Bitcoin Cash, he still holds Bitcoin. And I think anyone, no matter what you're doing when it comes to investing, I think it's very important to stay diversified. Now, if you feel like one is superior to the other, then go ahead, put in more money if you want to do that. For me personally, right now, I still own a lot more Bitcoin than I own Bitcoin Cash. But during this dip, Bitcoin Cash was one of the alts I bought. And the main reason if the Lightning Network doesn't work out, and once again, this is more technical, but if we do have scalability problems with Bitcoin, I like the idea that Bitcoin Cash is still a commodity. And the issue I have with Ethereum and some of these smart contract tokens is they could be deemed as security, and then there's a bunch of regulation stuff. So obviously having some of your money in currencies, and obviously I think the best is Bitcoin, is great, but there's also some protection, and that's why I also own, for example, Monero and some other pure currency coins purely for diversification purposes, and I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. But anyways, let me know what you think. Hopefully we don't have too many comments fighting over Bitcoin Cash, and there's plenty of videos on the CEO, Roger Ver, and people don't like him. And I don't consider him Bitcoin Jesus. If you go through my video, I actually consider some other things to be Bitcoin Jesus. So if you have some time, go through the channel and let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you soon.